Blood is a fluid connective tissue composed of three classes of formed elements: red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets, circulating in a fluid called plasma. The plasma is 55 to 60% and formed elements are 40 to 45% of the blood. So a blood smear, low magnification. The main part of the formed blood elements is represented by erythrocytes, what is clearly visible on the preparation. These are all erythrocytes or red blood cells. The diameter of red blood cells is 6.2 to 8.2 micrometers. They are devoid of nuclei as well as almost all other organelles, rounded in shape and lighter in the center, because they have the shape of a biconcave disc and the center is their thinnest point. By the way, red blood cells are not cells, but post-cellular structures, because, as I said earlier, they do not have neither nuclei nor organelles. The next type of formed blood elements are platelets. Platelets are nuclear-free fragments of the cytoplasm and plasma membrane of megakaryocytes, huge cells of the red bone marrow. That is, they are not cells, but post-cellular structures. Also, they are called thrombocytes. Platelet size 1.5 to 2 micrometers. They are significantly smaller than red blood cells. In the smear, these are small, basophilically colored elements and looks like dots. They are located more often in groups, but they can also be alone. This is how they look under light microscopy. Platelets are involved in the formation of a blood clot. In addition to red blood cells and platelets, there is another group of formed elements in the blood: leukocytes, or they are also known as white blood cells. They are already cells. Leukocytes are divided into two groups: granulocytes and agranulocytes. As it becomes clear from the name of the groups, granulocytes contain numerous granules. In agranulocytes, there are no granules. Let's start with granulocytes. These include neutrophils, basophils, and eosinophils. Their name is based on the difference in the tinctorial properties of their specific or secondary granules. That is, the ability of granules to be stained with different dyes. The contents of the secondary granules of granulocytes determine the performance of their functions. The cytoplasm of neutrophils is stained both basophilically and oxyphilically, which together gives a neutral reaction and their cytoplasm turns pale blue. The cytoplasm of eosinophils is stained with eosine and has a brick red color. The cytoplasm of basophils shows basophilia and is stained blue with azure 2 on a blood smear. Neutrophils are characterized by fine granularity of the cytoplasm, which is poorly determinable at this magnification, so their cytoplasm looks homogeneously colored. Specific neutrophil granules contain various antimicrobial substances, lysozyme, lactoferrin, which help these cells perform their functions, killing microbes. Another name for neutrophils is macrophages. They leave the vessels into the focus of inflammation and there they realize their function. They phagocytize and digest microorganisms. The size of neutrophils exceeds the diameter of red blood cells by 1.5 to 2 times. Normally in the blood are present rod-shaped and segmented forms of neutrophils. The most numerous are segmented, 60 to 70%. Based on the name, their nuclei are segmented. That means they consist of several lobes connected to each other by thin bridges: neutrophil, nuclear lobes, and bridge. Neutrophil, 3 lobes, bridges between them. There are 3 lobes visible in this one, and in this, 2 lobes of the nucleus, 2 lobes, 3 lobes. Rod-shaped neutrophils are much less common, up to 6%. Their nuclei resembles a curved stick, most often in the shape of a horseshoe or of letter S. Rod-shaped neutrophils. The next type of granulocytes in terms of frequency is eosinophils, up to 5%. Their cytoplasm is dominated by eosinophilic large granules, and the nucleus has 2 lobes, less often 3. The specific granules of eosinophils contain basic protein and histaminase. Again, the substances of specific granules contribute to the performance of their functions by eosinophils, antiparasitic and anti-inflammatory. The main protein of granules and perforans destroys the cuticle of parasite larvae, and histaminase inactivates histamine, which is secreted by basophils, and thereby reduce the inflammatory response. The size of eosinophils can exceed the diameter of red blood cells by 2 to 2.5 times. Eosinophil, 2 lobes of the nucleus. Well, the third type of granulocytes in terms of frequency is basophils, 0.5 to 1%. They contain large basophilic granules which fill almost the entire cytoplasm and mask the nucleus. The nucleus is weakly lobed and difficult to see behind the numerous large granules. The specific granules of basophils include histamine and heparin. Functions of basophils: local inflammatory and anticoagulant. Local inflammatory allergic reaction is determined by the release of histamine under the influence of antigen binding to basophil receptors. At the same time, histamine expands the lumen of the vessels and increases the permeability of the capillary wall, and blood plasma begins to flow outside the vessel. In turn, this leads to a slowdown in blood flow and an increase in blood viscosity, which contributes to thrombosis. To prevent thrombosis, heparin, an anticoagulant, is released. The size of basophils can exceed the diameter of erythrocytes by 1.5 to 2 times. Now let's move on to agranulocytes. This group includes monocytes and lymphocytes. Lymphocytes are divided into 2 groups by origin and functions, T and B. And according to their size, they can be small, 6 to 7 micrometers in size, medium, 8 to 9 micrometers, and large, 12 to 15 micrometers. The largest number of blood lymphocytes are small and medium-sized, which means that they are of the same diameter or slightly larger in relation to erythrocytes, and there are no differences between T and B lymphocytes during light microscopy. Lymphocyte has a rounded hyperchromic nucleus, that means intensely colored. It occupies a large part of the cell. Around the nucleus is a narrow rim of light basophilic, that means light blue, cytoplasm without granules. In the blood, T and B lymphocytes act as transport forms. Only by moving out of the vessels into the lymphoid tissue or organs of hematopoiesis or mucous membranes, they transform and show their effect. T lymphocytes can turn into T helper cells, T killers, B lymphocytes into plasma cells that produce antibodies. And the last type of formed blood elements are monocytes. These are large cells. They can be up to 18 to 20 micrometers in diameter, which means they are 2 to 3 times larger than red blood cells. The nuclei of monocytes are more often bean-shaped, but they can be horseshoe-shaped. All monocytes, regardless of the shape of the nucleus, are characterized by recess in the nucleus, and the rim of the cytoplasm is white, especially in the place of the recess in the nucleus. Monocytes are the transport form of macrophages. Moving out of the bloodstream into the surrounding tissues, they can turn into typical or resident macrophages, for example, Kupffer cells in the liver, interdigitating and dendritic macrophages in the hematopoietic organs, and nurse cells in the red bone marrow. So briefly about the blood smear preparation. Erythrocytes or red blood cells. platelets or thrombocytes. Neutrophils rod-shaped. Neutrophils segmented. Eosinophils. Basophils. Lymphocytes. Monocytes.